At Bearcat Journal here with Cincinnati defensive lineman Drew Logan. Drew, obviously you've been here for a couple years. What's that journey kind of been like? How do you think you've changed the most as a football player and as a person since you stepped on campus?
Yeah, got to start at the bottom. As a walk-on, you got to really do all the little things right first. So that starts with getting to meetings early, being the first one in, last one out, asking the questions that no one's going to be able to wants to ask. Just little things like that. And then my first year, Juwan Briggs was really a guy that I looked up to. Did everything right. He wasn't the biggest vocal leader, but he did everything right that physically and mentally. And so I asked, he kind of mentored me a little bit, just like technique and stuff like that. What are you seeing? He always asked me what I was seeing. Yeah. But yeah, to get here, my junior year was I got injured early on, and so a couple of those offers that I had weren't committable. Some were still, but I had a talk with my uncle at Thanksgiving, and he was a 4-time Olympian, so I really trust his opinion. So yeah, we talked about what felt like home, and here definitely felt like home, even though I didn't have the offer that I wanted. And then he passed away so he was in remission, and then he got over leukemia, and then had COVID-induced pneumonia, and died shortly after. So Cincinnati's been my home. It just feels a little different every time I'm here. Never take it for granted. Always running on and off the field, because this, especially now, it's given me everything I've ever wanted. Yeah. And so yeah, just starting down at the bottom, taking advantage of the plays I got early on. Had a little hiccup last year, had an opportunity to play, didn't perform as I wanted to, but just kept a level head, kept working, got my chance back at Colorado, played decent, and I was told when I got here, all the walk-ons before me, special teams, you got to get on special teams. And so now I'm on every single special teams one as of right now. And so, just trying to do all the little things I can, and earning everything I got. So,
Did you get any backlash from people for not taking a scholarship?
No. They were kind of surprised, but I think people knew that I wanted something bigger for myself. It's not necessarily selfish. It's just I knew, I don't
bet
want
on yourself.
Yeah, and then I wanted to go somewhere that actually felt like home. The schools I visited didn't really feel like that, and so I took a chance on myself. And yeah.
What's that feeling like last year when you start to get that? You see the light at the end of the tunnel, maybe, because I'm sure as a walk-on, especially young, it can feel like it's really far away. When you start to get some 2 reps and you start to feel like, okay, maybe this thing's happening. What's that do inside you?
Yeah, just taking it one day at a time. Early last year, I was going back and forth scout team and getting reps. So, just it did weigh on me a little bit, but you just got to trust yourself, trust the coaches. Coach Stu's done an unbelievable job. I trust everything he does. So just bet on myself at the end of the day. When I get the chance, I know I'm going to make the most out of it.
How brutal was that injury your junior year? And did you just, not to get too into it, but did you just think about quitting, or was it more of just a setback that you wanted to come back from?
Yeah, so it was my 5th metatarsal. I completely broke it second game of the year, and I was getting most of my offers were sophomore year. Yeah. And so I was getting ready to go on those official visits and stuff like that your junior year, and it came out that my foot was broken and didn't have any film to back it up. So I think it was more mentally draining, because knowing that I got all the potential, I know I have it, I have the mindset and everything that goes with it. So it was just more mentally draining, knowing that I feel like I wasn't getting the looks that I wanted. Yeah. But just going back to trusting the process. Everything works out in the end if you work hard.
bigger moment? Them telling you not to bring the scout team jersey anymore, or finding out that you get the scholarship?
I love scout team because you always get to go against the ones.
Because you're crazy.
You know, yeah. You got to take advantage of those reps. Coach Stu always tells us he was the scout team player of the year back when he first started here. So, and
Jason Kelsey also defensive scout team player of the year.
That's where it all starts. I mean, and knowing that it pays off, seeing the team win, even if you're not traveling from those like away games, just knowing that you helped in that way, even though you're not there. I mean, there's nothing better. So that's what I've been telling the younger guys: just take advantage of the reps, and if you focus on one thing at a time, everything's gonna work out.
How about when they told you were on scholarship?
I mean,
better for you or your parents?
So me, I was it didn't really like set in until like a week after, just because I was like in shock. But I also didn't want to I'm very like superstitious. I don't want like a lot of things to get to my head, and so I still have that walk-on mentality every single day I bring, like full go, full speed every time. I just never want to get complacent. So, yeah, but that was surreal. My parents were crying, and called all my buddies back home. It was a great feeling, just knowing that like all the hard work paid off, and then got to enjoy it for like a couple of days, and then go back to work. Nothing changes.
You talked about your uncle. When did he pass away in this journey?
So this was December 31st. December 31st.
2020?
Yeah, 2022.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was a really hard time in my life. He's been a mentor of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Division II national champion in track.
Okay.
He coached at Ashland and then coached a lot of Olympic throwers. So, yeah, just like the way he approaches life. I mean, he has a saying called the Lightgiver.
Yeah.
And so his coach always he was the torch, but there was no flame for it.
Yeah.
And you got to have a coach that believes in you and something like that to get you going. So he always says Lightgiver, and that's really stuck with me. And he's on my home screen every single day. I look at my phone, and so just keeping him in the back of my mind, it's really special. He was a 4-time Olympian in the hammer throw.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, talk about longevity and a pro. He's done it all. So
if he wouldn't have told you to go where you felt like home, do you think you would have came here, or did you kind of come here off of his advice?
Honestly, that's a tough question because he was such a positive person in my life that I trusted everything he said. So honestly, probably not.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, but I don't regret it at all. Everything's paid off. The sky's the limit, honestly, especially with our D line this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot different group, mentally. We took a big step in that, and we're just a lot more connected, I feel like, this year. So it's going to be a big year for the defensive line, I think.
I'm not allowed to let you go unless I ask you about Canton.
Yep.
Somebody over there.
Yep.
Zach Stipe. Does Canton give you the toughness kind of mantra that you hold?
Yeah, I'd say so, especially being around football. Pro Football Hall of Fame's 10 minutes away, so just being all around football. Our high school coaches do a great job at Hoover. It's not easy. My D-line coach from Hoover, Larry Kennard, was a Division III national champion, or four-time national champion at Mount Union, and so he's been through it. He had a chance in the NFL, but yeah, I've been lucky with some really good coaches, and they've done everything they could to put me in uncomfortable situations, and I didn't make it easy for them, obviously. So yeah.
Arrowhead, how excited are you to run out onto the field and get things going?
I mean, that's a surreal moment for anybody. Just that atmosphere. It's a little different than here. It's a lot more homey. I'm used to this crowd, but yeah, Arrowhead's gonna be sweet. We're really excited. Yeah,
Cool.
ready.
Appreciate you.
Perfect.
Thanks, man.
Thanks,